What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. I'm Sophia Pasternak, an award-winning author and mental health professional, and this channel is all about the intersection where writing meets psychology. Join me here for my author journey, and also maybe you'll learn how to bake too. So this whole coronavirus thing is kind of trapping everybody inside, and everybody's kind of going stir crazy. So I have decided to put out 2 videos a week instead of just one, to kind of keep myself busy, but then also if people are waiting on my character therapy series, to get those out a little bit faster. So actually, I'm not going to be talking about character therapy right now. I'm going to be talking about how to fast draft. So I learned about fast drafting a year-ish ago from Kirsten White, who is an author I will link down below. And she posted just this really quick kind of tweet thread about it. And it was something that I was like, oh, I kind of like, that sounds interesting. And so I saved the tweet and I typed it out in a Word document because I'm cool like that. And now I think I've got it pinned somewhere. I've got the link saved to that original tweet thread. And it was just such a great and transformative thing in my writing. And getting into the habits that she kind of talks about really helped me write super fast. I wrote 80,000 words in 26 days, which is kind of bonkers. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. And so I kind of want to share with all of you her fast drafting method, which is linked down below, and then kind of how I have done it, and also how I kind of combine it in with Scrivener specifically. So if you use Scrivener and you want to see how I fast draft in Scrivener, welcome to this video. I'm going to switch to my a screen capture view and going to kind of voice that over. So I will see you over there. So hi, hello, welcome to my desktop. I'm going to open up my new project here. So you open up your Scrivener and this pops up. And I always like to pick the novel with parts just because that's how I write. But I've already kind of got it set up here real quick. So, gonna make it bigger all the way over. Okay. And I always do the double pane. This is how it is going to be successful. So, we're talking about fast drafting the Kirsten White way. And so she starts out with number 1 is have a voice and a target. So she starts off by saying, you know, when she's able to write super fast drafts, it's always because she's been thinking about the characters and the story and all of that for a really long time. And so it's never like, oh, she thought of this idea yesterday and she's going to fast draft it today. She's been thinking about it for months, weeks, and is finally sitting down to write it. So she has a voice and a target, so she knows who the character is and has an idea of who they are, and then the target, so where is she going? So she knows-ish how she wants to end this thing. And number 2, have an outline. And for those of you who have watched my 7-point plot method video, you can use that outline. That's a really effective outline for this type of thing. And yeah, have that going for you. Number 3, write without typos as much as possible in one sitting. So she just sits down and dumps out every single idea in her head, just blah, 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 go, and just, you know, as much as she can. Now, Alexa Dunn, who is another YouTuber, author tuber, has a method to kind of encourage herself to push more and write more, where she rewards herself with stickers with however many words she writes. So I don't remember exactly how many she assigns per word count per sticker, but you could do 100 words, 1,000 words, however many words you want to write. And I do 500. So 500 words. And like, so what if I get up to 400 and then I kind of don't feel like writing anymore? Well, I already wrote 400. I only have 100 more to go and I can get my reward. So I'm going to push it and get to 100. And my reward for me, they are Girl Scout cookies. So I will eat Girl Scout cookies and when I write my word count. Alexa Dunn does stickers. I do cookies. You can do whatever kind of works for you. And now step number 4. When you're done writing for the day, go to the next blank page and write a few sentences about what happens next. It's really hard to type and narrate at the same time. I just want you all to know that. She says this is the absolutely most crucial part of this whole process is when you're writing, never go to the next day with a blank page. Never start with a blank page. So when you're finished writing on day 1 and you get to the very end and you've written your 500 words or however many words, don't just stop. Don't just end. Tab down to the next page. If you hit Command Return on a Mac, and I think it's Alt Return, or maybe it's also Command. I don't know what it is on a PC. Control Return. But if you do Command Return on a Mac, it will send you down to the next page, the top of the next page. Just start a whole new page, and since it's fresh in your mind, the story is fresh in your mind right now, but you can't continue writing for some reason. You write, I wrote that the character was going through this forest, and what I think is going to happen next, they're going to come upon a village, and it's going to be on fire, and there's going to be trolls. And so you write all of that in there. So the next day when you come and pick it up, you don't have to go back and, what did I just write yesterday? And reread everything and kind of go, oh yeah, that's right, they were in the forest. Was I going to write about trolls? I don't remember. I don't know. So you know where you're going. And step number 5 is every few chapters. And we'll do 5A. Stop. And then revisit that outline that you wrote earlier. Aren't you glad you wrote it? And then figure out where you are. Like, are you on track? Is the story working? Is your outline working? And then kind of figure out, all right, per my outline, what needs to happen in the next few chapters? She says 3 to 4, however many you're doing, depending on what kind of genre you're writing and how big your chapters are. But kind of have an idea of where you're headed. And if you start writing and it doesn't work out, like, that's fine. Be flexible. But just kind of have that idea of what's kind of where you're headed. And number 6, this is for all my perfectionists out there. This is for the people who go back and endlessly tinker with chapter 1. Okay. So if you realize that you left something out, you get to chapter 10 and you realize you needed to put something back in chapter 2 to foreshadow. Do not go back to chapter 2. You will be swatted on the hand if you go back to chapter 2. Instead, what you do is you come over, let's do this. So we have a new side, right? And I go, oh no, I forgot a thing. New document. And outline what you left out. Just do a real quick outline. What did you leave out? Why do you need to add it? And then move on in the original document. As though it was already written in. So don't go back and tinker. Keep moving, keep that momentum, keep going forward. So what I do for this step 6, is actually, I don't so much outline what I left out, but I have a running list. So I have like a number 1 and it'll say, go back to chapter 3 and fix the mentor introduction, right? The antagonist needs different socks. I don't know. So like you get toward the end and you realize, oh no, I forgot a thing, or oh no, I should have done this, or I should have changed that. And if you keep going back and keep tinkering, you're just going to slow yourself down. You're just going to ruin your momentum. So don't do it. Resist the urge. I know you can. Just make a list, make a running list. And so I'll have a list like this, and it'll be, 30, 40 items long, just little piddly stuff that I missed and I forgot. And that's how I drive my first revision. So I finish my draft completely. write the end, and then give myself a pat on the back and a nap. And then I come back later, and this list over here is how I actually start that very first revision on draft 1 and how I develop my draft 2. I'm a real big brat when it comes to editing, and I don't like editing. I don't like revision. So this helps me out a lot to know where I need to go and what I need to do. And, oh yeah, that's right, I needed to add this in and add that in. But I still have that skeleton of the story there, and then this enables me to kind of go back and, just fix stuff instead of trying to rebuild the skeleton from scratch over and over and over again. And that's it. That's all. And we're going to go back to my wonderful face in front of my bookshelf. All right. Cool, huh? This is how I write all the time. I got into the habit. I forced myself to write this way during Camp NaNoWriMo in April. And when I saw just kind of how powerful it was and how fast I could get stuff out. Now, I really hate editing. I'm such a brat when it comes to editing. So I was such a huge perfectionist before, and this was kind of tough for me to just write and move on. But once I got out of the habit of going and tinkering with my stuff all the time, it was just really awesome, and I really, really got some good word counts in. And I'm getting better at editing, coming back and fixing it. But yeah, so anyway, please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this. Also, leave a comment down below on whether you completely love fast drafting or whether you think it's kind of lame. And then let me know how you draft and kind of the ways that you feel work with you best. And yeah, help everybody out here. If they didn't kind of grok with fast drafting like I did, maybe they will find your style and fall in love with it. All right, video over. Have a nice day.